If you haven't already signed the Declaration of Service, and if what I'm about to say sounds like the kind of thing that you believe in and you'd like to put your name to, you can do so over by the pedestrian bridge. And again, millions of people hopefully are going to be signing this pledge today, as well as in the days and weeks ahead. We hope that Buffalo is well represented, so everyone understands just how important service is to Buffalo and how valued service is here in Buffalo and our Western New York community. So again, this is the Declaration of Service, and please, if it sounds like the kind of thing you believe in, stop by the pedestrian bridge and sign your name to it. We believe in the ideals that define America.
So to be able to have volunteers in AmeriCorps come in and hang their drywall, finish their drywall, paint their house, install their doors, we were able to move families all the way to the point where they could move in. And I personally saw half a dozen families move into houses that I worked on. I think when I look back, 10, 20 years down the road, that's something I'm going to be really proud of. And I'm going to tell my family about that. This event happened, it was an enormous tragedy in a formative stage of my life. And I was able to go, and I was actually able to do something about it.
Liberty, equality, and justice. We believe the idea of America is ennobled, and the future of America is strengthened when Americans come together to serve their country.
When I first started, it was just like, oh, well, we, deliver food to different food pantries. And, I got to see that most of the neighborhoods that we delivered to were in neighborhoods that I've lived in as a child. And now that I'm a part of it, it just feels amazing to be able to help people and do for people what wasn't done for me as a kid.
We believe there is no challenge that cannot be met with the energy, creativity, and determination of the American people.
I actually have spent the past 6 years traveling around the world. And one of the things that started to really bother me is holding that stigma of being American and all the stereotypes and how we're not helping our own people. And I felt like I was constantly defending that we are actually helping people.
The simple act of doing for others instead of for yourself can make the difference between a happy and fulfilled life and a life of struggle and not knowing where you're going and what you're doing.
We believe all individuals can make a difference, and anyone can be great because anyone can serve.
Finally, the last day of my service, this little kid, Richard, who's one of my favorite guys, he came up to me and he's like, I think I get it now. He's like, you came all the way out here just to help us, And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, one day I'm going to do it too.
I thought that I was going to join AmeriCorps, do it for a year, feel good, in what I did, and just leave and go to corporate America, resume my life. And I was drawn in. I enjoyed it. I got hooked on it, and I love it. And I'm not going away now.
To live in America is both a blessing and a responsibility, and service to community and country is at the heart of true patriotism.
But what we learned from this hands-on school project is that service isn't a chore. Service isn't even volunteering so much. Service is making a difference. It's making a difference in your life, and it's making a difference in the lives of others.
I was young in spirit. I was trying to get out there and do something grand. But when I got to work every day, it was a new experience to try and make a difference. Our motto is getting things done.
Ever since our founders pledged their lives, fortunes, and sacred honors to each other and the cause of independence, each generation of Americans has stepped forward to serve in the defense of our freedom and ideals.
The people in that neighborhood, they really wanted that facility open because they wanted access to information, they wanted access to resources they could use to improve their own lives. So when the opportunity came for that site to be reopened, everybody kind of jumped in and they were ready to go. The majority of people want to serve, they want to improve their community, they just don't know how, they don't know what they can do. He said one thing I'll probably never forget. He said, I've always wanted to be a Vista, I just never knew it existed.
To honor the sacrifices of those who have gone before us and to bequeath a stronger and more just nation to future generations.
And she told me that I would come in and help with MLK Day. They were looking for someone to come in and help organize the volunteers.
I think that the refugee populations are an amazing aspect of Buffalo, and they make such a diverse, wonderful part of the city. And they've totally enriched my life, and Vista has allowed me to get into this situation with these wonderful people, meeting these wonderful people, working with these wonderful people. It's really improved my life tremendously, and it's only been 3 months.
We too stand ready to unite and serve. We pledge to challenge cynicism and to serve over our lifetimes to secure a brighter future for all.
And I began thinking about that last night as a school of urban and regional doing instead of regional planning. And I think everyone here, we're all students in this school, and a lot of you guys are teachers. And it would be interesting if you know, after you've taken your courses in the School of Doing, there was an office of strategic doing at City Hall, and there were city doers. And would they be going out into neighborhoods every day and working with residents and working with organizations whose missions really make an impact on people's everyday lives? And that's what I see a lot of AmeriCorps members doing.
She recruits and trains the volunteer teachers, applies for funding, finds space to use, arranges for daily transportation and multiple field trips, requests donations of cash and in-kind, and all the while she takes the time to know each and every child on an individual level. Oh, and did I mention that she also brings in moms for a special mothers program which offers unique opportunities to women who fight daily for the betterment of their children, their own needs so often going unattended and forgotten. She does, and she's also a full-time grad student. And yes, she's also AmeriCorps. She gets paid less and does more than nearly anyone I have ever met, ever, and that's AmeriCorps.
We are ready to serve. We call on each other and leaders from all sectors of American life, private, public, and nonprofit, to work together to create ample opportunities for citizens to serve their communities, their country, and the world.
It just opened my eyes to a whole new way of looking at things. It opened my eyes to service.
I think this is our third year now, and each VISTA person added so much value to the organization.
We encourage all communities to build upon the strength of our nation's diversity of ideas, experience, and perspectives as we unite to serve.
I have two mentors and heroes that aren't my parents in my life, and both of them are from my service experience. We all carry with us an idea and a passion for service that's truly unique for each and every one of us.
So I think we are poised to make a great difference in this community, better than we ever have. And I want to thank all of you who put this together. I have been inspired. Patrick and I have been talking about this. We've just been inspired to be sitting here all day and hear these wonderful stories.
We are ready to meet the challenges of our time. We are ready to do our part in America's timeless quest for a more perfect union, and I am ready to begin now by adding my name to this declaration.
And then as I'm walking away, I should probably check what I just signed to. Can I have the pledge? And as I began to read it, I was like, yeah, we do that every day. I still do that, so I'm excited to further pledge.
So again, if you are ready, please come over to the pedestrian bridge, listen to the stories of service, but also put your name to the declaration.